Hey, I'm Jimmy Lewis from 100birds.com, and I'm an artist here in Raleigh, woodworker mostly. I've been doing this project where I'm carving 100 wooden birds from a technique called fan bird carving. It's Eastern European tradition, and I think I decided to do it because one day I didn't feel challenged as an artist, and I wanted to see what would happen to my skills if I took this new technique and then just did it over and over again. And I got pretty good results. The first bird was way better than like the second, third, or like the 15th bird, which was like kind of surprising. I still have the first bird, and it's like one of my most prized possessions. Something I didn't prepare for was signing each bird or like keeping track. I kind of lost track around 30 every 10 birds. So I would like mark one as 30, and then I'd make a bunch of birds, forget what order it was, and I'd just like give away birds. So I was like, what number am I on? And I'd just start numbering it back at 30. So there's probably about 5 or 10 of those floating around. But the point of the project was to give you a portfolio of the progression that could be had with persistence and all that. Yeah, it's been good. I kind of burnt out on that. Now I'm moving into more like abstract sort of forms with fans. I'm realizing there's more forms than just a bird out there, which it took me like 2 years to figure that out. I've done like stick people, and now I'm doing earrings. Before I became a carver, I was like a nail picker-upper. My dad built our house, and I was too young, so I just take a magnet strip around for like hours and hours. And if I wasn't doing that, I was burning construction trash, which was pretty. Oh God, this is on camera. I work as. I'm not gonna get into that. I work as an inspector for open burning. That was very illegal. I got into it. Yeah, there's always been tools around the house. Back in high school, lived in a pretty rural area and didn't have a lot of neighbors. I think I just started taking some trees from the woods and milling them into planks, and I made a table that my mom still uses. It's like a really shitty table, but yeah, it stands. It still stands. After that, I went to Vermont. I was a assistant teacher at a boat program. They built a big wooden boat, and then that boat went on to be a part of like a rowboat program. So kids in high school or middle school who didn't like class, or the school didn't like them, they would come build this boat instead, and they did that for 8 months. And at first I thought I was there for the woodworking, and then by the end I was like, nah, these kids and like the program was what's really cool. I think that's when like the woodworking became a means to connecting with people, and I did not know that as an 18-year-old. I was like, I just want to work with tools. Fast forward maybe a year after that, started at NC State, and I worked at the wood shop at the craft center. I did that for my entire college career. I got to see a bunch of amazing woodworkers come through, some really different characters. Some nights we'd be in the wood shop, just me and some old guy, listening to Vivaldi or something. Got to learn, and now I'm just living it up. Carving. My name is Jimmy Lewis, and this is 100 Birds. Alright, so I want to tell you about this trash can. This is where the birds start. It's a smelly lagoon of all the wood I use. You gotta keep the wood wet, because when it dries out, the fibers they become brittle. So one thing about this wood is I chopped it down and I brought it to Lake Raleigh, and I set it in the lake for 6 months, just because I didn't have a space for it. And then one day I went out and I retrieved the log when I needed to. Some kid was around, and he was just staring at me as I waded out into the lake. And it's kind of an odd scene. Seeing some guy pull a log out of a lake that was too heavy for him. Stick it in the back of his car. I'll show you how to make the feathers here. You can see the profile coming together a little bit. There's the profile done. That's the basics.